understands the pressure, the value of every single ultimate. We'll see how this plays out, ladies and gentlemen, as both the drafts have been set in place for Evos Legends and for Alter Ego. We're going to enjoy this game watching it because I believe it's going to be a bloody one here as we are going to get ready to dive into the portal. The Land of Dawn is here. We're jumping straight into it for game number 1. Evos Legends versus Alter Ego.
Game number 1 here is going to be intense. We already see the Matilda on Dreams, and remember the last time Dreams was on the Matilda, a lot of impact, being able to cover and even initiate fights with her ultimate as well.
Right now, Alter Ego has the advantage when it comes to burst and pickoffs, and for the side of Evos Legends, it seems like they're stuck in a more reactive role. They can play for the objectives later on using that Balmond, but aside from that, as you can see, the damage coming in, the instant burst is just a lot more reliable on the side of Alter Ego.
And the early game is definitely going to kind of favor Evos Legends in the mid lane, right? The Valentina can already clear really fast. When you add on the Matilda onto that, it's going to be really tough for the Lunox to really deal with it. And even in the jungle, Balmond is going to have a better time clearing up the waves and securing neutral objectives, and that's exactly what they do. Sutsujin with the Retribution securing the Lethal Wanderer, already having a little bit of a gold lead here in the game.
Right, but on the side lanes though, Poppo and Koopa against Brody, Paquito against Esmeralda. Essentially, it's possible for Alter Ego to have it, have those winning lanes and translate that into big skirmishes. It just depends on Evo if Evos will let that happen though.
Yes, well, we have a fun fact here by Grab. In MPL ID Season 9, Alter Ego Esports were sent home by Evos on the first day of the playoffs with a 3-2 score. So already some beef here from the side of Alter Ego. They do have a lot to prove, I guess, coming in from that history.
Revenge or repeat? Right. Alter Ego are definitely looking for revenge, but will this new era of Evos Legends give in? First neutral objective about to spawn, Arashi.
Well, a lot of questions are on the shoulders of this man, Sally Boy, on that Fanny. We did mention that he seems just a tad bit uncomfortable on that hero. But if he's able to actually improve on that, there's a lot of opportunities he can take in the early game. Right now he's going for the purple buff, and the turtle is already spawning, and Evo seems to have the the jump, and he has the advantage here. Pi is getting caught in a weird spot.
Well, he is able to dish out the damage back onto him. Whoa, Chaos Assault used up, Knockout Strike as well. Pendragon getting caught low, but Udil, he's caught in the midst of it all. Falling Shaman placed in, Sunnyboy with the cables coming in, but not able to really connect onto anyone, but now that's the combo, and that's the slice and dice. You expect him to fail on the Fanny. Well, he got a double kill. First blood presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy A series. That's not what you want to see if you're an Evos fan.
Now, but let's see how Alter Ego Esports converts this, because they always go in for the kills, but they can't do anything with it. This is what we expect from the side of Alter Ego Esports, that uncontained aggression. And we'll see. I mean, so far they weren't going straight onto that turtle, and instead they're going back into their respective lanes and maybe looking for yet another pickoff on the board. But with that being said, Alter Ego Esports still leading with 800 in economy.
Well, it paid off for them in that situation, right? They went for the aggressive play. Udil was caught in a weird spot under the turret, but they were able to make it work on the back of that very important Fanny pick. So, as you mentioned, it's good in the early game, but it's not only about the early game. What can they do afterwards? How can they keep punishing Evos Legends? And right now they go for the play, but Sunnyboy goes for it again.
They're doing it on Blast as well, catching Dreams, as Sunnyboy is able to capitalize on that, picking up another kill on the board. Alter Ego leading 3-0 in the 3rd minute of the game.
And if anything, it's Sutsujin that falls twice already, so they do have more pressure on those neutral objectives, and Alter Ego Esports will be able to slay this by the Samsung Galaxy A series. And now in the top side, we can see that Dreams is putting a little bit more emphasis, understanding that Clover might be having a little bit of a hard time against that Poppo and Koopa.
Take a look at the emblems here. Saliboy and Pi with very aggressive options. And Nino attempts to be scaling into the late game with a weapon mastery, but honestly, I think it's an okay strategy, because in the late game, it's not like Poppo and Koopa has low damage. He just shines a lot more in the early game, so he'll try and maximize that. Demon Slayer is on Suitsujin though. Unfortunately, with a utility roamer, he is forced to be one of the main front lines, and with the burst coming in from Alter Ego, they very intelligently target Suitsujin of all people, making sure that he is levels behind Saliboy if possible, so he cannot actually battle with Retribution. And Saliboy goes in and goes for the steal.
Yeah, the lethal counter with the Retribution. is so good to secure those objectives. That purple buff, but Alter Ego are trying to collapse up top. Clover gonna get caught here, flickering out to safety, but the damage comes through again. Silly Boy jumping in all the way with the cutthroat, able to take the kill up and look at the conversion. Alter Ego, you said it, they look for crazy kills, but they're not able to convert on objectives. Well, they've answered your question and your doubts.
Yes, this is exactly what we expect, and I think it's because they're using the new axe effect. The better you smell, the better you play, and we can already see Silly Boy, even though we doubted him on the Fanny, he's actually been able to get a lot on the board. Already sitting with a 3-0-1, was at some point a level ahead, but here we go.
Oh, Sutsujin, this is not where you want to be. One more cable is all he needs. He doesn't even need it. He used the cutthroat to secure the kill. Sutsujin, the rookie monster, is 0-3-0. Not having a good game in this series so far.
Wow, Alter Ego is playing aggressively and they're abusing the Popo and Koopa to make sure that they can get value from this play. Ooh, torn apart memory almost takes him out, but he escapes, and Udil and also Leo Murphy already making the rotation to try and punish that aggression. There's no tower available.
What? Wow! I mean, I guess that delayed the recall a bit, but man, that aggression by Leo Murphy. This is what we love from Leo Murphy. But Eterna, that was so funny to watch. The Popo and Koopa running. Like, oh my god, he was getting caught as well, but now Sunny Boy just putting on the pressure onto Taz. Fun fact, Taz's signature pick back in the MDL when he was still a jungler was the Fanny, so maybe Sully Boy is just trying to tell him how it's done.
Oh, getting a little spicy here between Alter Ego as well as Evos Legends. And once again, in terms of economy, they're leading with almost 3,000 here in the 6th minute. And you can see already so much pressure here, Arashi. Even in that top lane, already so many objectives on the board for them. And Evos Legends, they've been shut down, especially Sutsujin.
Well, Sully Boy so far has not been doing any characteristics too flashy, but wow, he
Just as you
almost
say it.
takes on Taz. I was about to say, he doesn't do any crazy plays, but it's enough, you know, just to actually get the advantage. He has 4 kills either way, but right there he just turns up the pace, takes a bit more aggression with the Blade of Haptasy is already built in his inventory. He does a lot of burst damage and he's trying to make sure that he takes advantage of it and abuses it as much as possible before the members of Evos Legends build up the physical defense.
Look at Pi though, Eterna. Playing it very, like he's playing it with the positioning there to try to catch someone, but he's actually just going to go for the cut into that bottom side. In between the base turn and the tier 2. Ooh. Leo Murphy actually forced the flicker out of Dreams. That's a very important resource, and oh, you got to be careful, Clover. Has to back up. Nino playing the lane really well as well. Like, look at how he's able to zone Clover from the wave, building up a 2-wave push actually here. Sully Boy jumps into the mid lane. Sutsujin not having a good time again in his own jungle. Gonna get slain as Leo Murphy jumps in with a stun onto Clover with a bite of Koopa as well. Nino puts the turret on the ground, taking it down there. And Alter Ego, they're not only taking kills, they're converting really well.
Wait, I just noticed something on the board here. Actually, Sully Boy's opted for a fighter emblem here, Arashi. What does this mean for them?
He wants to go for more of a brawling option because he wants to be face first in a lot of these fights, and so far it's been paying off. He doesn't have to actually one-shot people too fast because the way he's playing it, he's there for the long run. He's not trying to burst someone instantly and get out. He's there again and again to do more consistent DPS and still be around to make sure that Evos can't ignore him. He goes in, but Sutsujin, he actually uses a lot of resources to try and secure the orange buff, so Alter Ego, they can get a free Lord here.
Yeah. Like, lethal counter and retribution was used up there. The idea for Evos Legends is they do not want to contest. That's why Sutsujin was comfortable using it there. They want to just go for the trades, but even in that top side, Alter Ego, they're controlling the waves really well. They're not really, you know, playing or giving Evos Legends a chance to find their own tempo.
I mean, look at Nino already rotating around the map, getting those kills onto those turrets, just being a nuisance that we know a Popo and Koopa can be. And Alter Ego Esports, with that in mind, controlling all 3 lanes, getting all those turrets in all those lanes as well. They're going to be leading, but oh my god, Selly Boy goes in.
Whoa! Too aggressive there. 1 HP, Selly Boy shut down under the tier 2 turret against 4 members, but Nino is able to find a very good trade. Bidem Koopa as well onto Taz as they look towards that mid tier 2. Pines pushing on the damage. Udil is taking a whole lot of Sutsujin's HP off the game. 9 minutes in with the Lord. They might actually, yeah, they're they still haven't really used the Lord that much. The Lord is just coming in to that top side now, and Alter Ego might have a chance to actually make more use out of this Lord. Maybe getting a turret, but no, they just use it to destroy the passive coming in from the base turrets.
Wow, that's so aggressive from Sully Boy, and this is the problem we mentioned. He is not flashy with it. He cannot do those really high-risk, high-reward maneuvers. And all this time, he is 5-1, but it's off the back of very simple, consistent plays. You know, he's been using it more for macro than micro. And right there, he just tries a bit too hard to get value for his team with the Lord. And that is where Evos Legends can find opportunities to try and punish him.
Now it's going to be really tough for Evos Legends to really look for an opportunity here, and there you go. They go straight for Sutsujin. It really does feel personal now. Sutsujin has, died 4 times in the last 10 minutes of the game, and Alter Ego do not plan to stop. They want to keep on going onto Sutsujin, putting a lot of damage onto him every single skirmish.
So far, Evos Legends, they're not able to get anything on the board. Only 1 to 7 kills, and this is interesting. We've seen a lot of action happening, but it's only a total of 8 kills so far. And we can look at the player's gold here by UBS gold as well. And it turns out that Nino, even though he hasn't had a lot of kills on the board, he's been able to farm quite spectacularly as well as comfortably, just munching on all those turrets.
Exactly. The turret plating in the early game is also a big factor in why he is so wealthy right now. Alter Ego, they're waiting for the chance to go for the Lord. But if Evos Legends overstep, as we mentioned, Alter Ego has so many tools available to try and get kills. This is why they've been so dominant, but this is also why they need to be so careful. If they mess up and let go of the gold advantage, a lot of their heroes don't scale that well in the late game. We've already mentioned this before, and we have to mention it again. That is the main key to victory that Evos can rely on.
I actually think that Alter Ego have the better late game too here. Remember, they have a Lunox. Evos Legends with the Brody and the Valentino. Oh no, this is what we've seen from Alter Ego before, and they're doing it again. Onto Clover. He's going to be able to get that stun off. Dominant blast by Taz as he turns it around. Pi taking low, but Nino is just busy with the turrets up top. Pi now go for the re-engage. Taz against 3 members, flickering out of the range. Leo Murphy goes in for the stun, and that's it for Taz. He's going to get taken down. Alter Ego 10-2 now. A 3-for-1 trade on the board as they look for the Lord next.
And all the while, Nino was just busy in that top side trying to push it in as well, maybe looking for a backdoor play while the members of Evos Legends are either down or distracted. Alter Ego Esports now have the upper hand to get this next enhanced Lord. Evos Legends once again on the back foot.
Has now with the Holy Crystal, he does a lot of damage and they can't really underestimate that, but whoa, they just go straight in. Alter Ego goes for the play.
Oh, Pendragon caught really low, gonna get caught in the trap as well. Nino's chasing him down. Oh my god, Nino, he is vicious.
He's running.
Every single time I see the Popo running, it's just so mean.
He has to sprint as well.
He's running so fast because his body's really small, right? So it feels like he's running super fast. But here we go again. Evos Legends, they're able to recoup and they're able to get back to full HP now with Taz coming back in. Respawn timers back to 0. Both teams having 5 members for the Lord.
The wave in the bottom side though is pushing in favor of Alter Ego. We already see that Clover is rotating there, so Alter Ego has an opportunity here. Evos Legends, they're caught on a weird spot.
Let's see, Sutsujin still able to run away, but it's gonna get chain CC'd, instantly knocked up and everywhere. Silly Boy doesn't want to stop. He goes in, forcing a dash from Dreams actually, and they get the Lord for free. Again, Alter Ego. Wow, that Lord Slain was presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy A series. Eterna, this is definitely not what we expected from Alter Ego. They're so disciplined.
I love being wrong. And we've been wrong in match number 1. Now we're wrong here in match number 2 for game number 1. As it seems like Alter Ego Esports, they're going to pick up the pace once again.
They want to go for perhaps another base turret here with the Enhanced Lord spawning. And again,
they're waiting.
They're waiting. It's very different, Alter Ego. They're grabbing these turrets like you guys can grab food at home with the grb.to/MPL promo code. You can also just scan the QR code there next to Sully Boy, next to Udil, if you guys want an easy way to access that promo code.
Right. Well, now, speaking about easy ways, Alter Ego, they can play with the Lord right here, and they have a ton of catch, a ton of burst. Evos, they need to be very, very careful not to lose any members before the critical moments of this fight. Alter Ego, though, this is play being made.
Pendragon gonna get chain CC'd again. Oh my god, bursted instantly out. But now blast by Taz. This might be the moment to turn it around. They're able to find Nino. Pi jumping in again as that's going to be the cutthroat popped in. Then a blast flicker combo popped in by
Power.
Leo Murphy onto Dream. The base is going to be targeted 1-0 for Alter Ego.
My, oh my. Like we talked about earlier, Alter Ego Esports against all